What is up, YouTube people, yet again? We are back again with yet another Q&A stream for the after party of the Tillie to the Rescue Feast of Fun. And how about we see who is with us today for tonight's stream?
Well, there's me. Do you want me to sing? No? Too bad. Hot potato, hot potato. Hot potato, hot potato. Okay, I'll stop.
Alright, so, anyways, I better introduce the cast for tonight. So, right here to my left is my little sis Steph. She co-developed the project and also did a bit of animation on the special, a tiny bit, but it counts.
I did a solid second of eyebrow animation on Callie, and I've been here since the beginning. Before the 4 years, 3 years, how many a decade that it took to get this on air. And I just want to say, God, look at how far you've come, Milan.
Yeah.
Not to pat you on the back, stroke your ego or anything, but my God, we've come so far. I was there on the other end of I was on the other side of the wall, listening to you screaming at Sony Vegas and MMD. I've been here since the beginning, and I just want to say, I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
We did a sibling hug before this. We got all the feels out of the way, but
Yes.
in terms of what you guys know, I'm no one special.
You're my sis.
Yes, I heard her.
Oh, no, I wouldn't say that.
Well,
And I just want to apologize for the hot potato thing. At the time, I thought it was funny.
Oh,
It
I was digging it.
It was halfway through singing the part I wanted to sing that I realized, wait, this isn't funny.
Yeah, So, basically, what we're gonna do for this one is we're gonna answer questions about Tillie to the Rescue you guys have, what's next for Cartoonia, just gotta keep it simple.
And if there's time... Will there be time?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Is there ever any time for anything?
Will there ever be time if time is an illusion?
Time is an illusion. The universe is a hologram. Bye, goodbye!
Before we begin, is it okay if I share a few ideas I pitched to the special that didn't end up in the special?
I suppose so.
Alright. Okay, originally, when Gordon and Farnsworth crashed, that signalman, the drowsy signalman that apparently caused the accident, that was going to be Mr. Lazy. Milan first showed me the script. When we got to the bit where they crashed, I immediately thought of Mr. Lazy waking up in the signal box and me like, huh, what? He looks out the window. Oh, man. Looks like I'm fired again. Yeah, but we decided not to go with that because, honestly, I was too lazy to do the animation. And then there's another part that I just found out was cut out. I totally understand it, because it might be hard to do, it's a bit last minute, but the script originally called at one point while pulling the express for Tillie to say, "Make way for the little engine express!" And Strong Bad would either poke his head out the carriage window, or he'd be on the platform and he'd be saying, "Yeah, I'm not calling it that."
Always glitch on his...
Yeah, like, yeah, that line was actually in the special, but when I decided to throw in, like, the musical sequence, which was, like, kind of handled by Madison Thomas, Mad Girls, who is in the chat if I remember, and you guys might have seen her every now and then. She's pretty cool. I kind of cut that line out eventually. It's just... So, yeah. Oh, Derek's here. We got Sir Fowler and NASCAR, DJ, Get Sick, Flattened Funnel,
Everybody's
Aaron.
here.
Almost everybody.
I'm missing a couple people, but there's everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, we got Michelle back.
Woo!
Woo!
Michelle?
It says, would you all like for me to join?
Oh, we've been
Yeah, okay, that'd be nice.
Mm-hmm. So, if you guys are ready, you guys can fire away questions about Tillie to the Rescue, Cartoonia, how we got it started, all that jazz. They're all here, all for Afterparty.
I've been here. I've been keeping the history books. Actually,
Alright.
fun fact, if I might stroke my own ego, I was the one that came up with the Crowtunia name. Not the railways part, but that's the one redeeming value I have here.
You have many redeeming values, little sis. Oh, Michelle's here! Hey, Michelle.
Hooray! Michelle is here.
And we lost Chris as well.
Oh,
Again.
Moment of silence.
Oh.
it's okay. Thanks for joining us for a little bit, Chris. We'll see you next time, though. And, just trying to like, is Michelle there? Like, I see her icon, but, like, nothing's coming out so far.
Michelle, are you there? Hello? Hello?
Hi.
Well, while we're waiting for her to join, are there any questions yet?
Oh, there's a couple. What inspired you to make railways of cartooning?
Everyone keeps mispronouncing it as cartoony. I'm like, it's Crowtunia. Crowtunia.
Not gonna lie.
It's spelled the way it says! It's pronounced the way it's spelled!
Not
You
gonna
keep
lie,
forgetting the
it's a little etching in my soul every time I see it like that, but...
It's the same thing for. It's the same thing for me whenever somebody mispronounces Tom Tinkinson.
Hey, can y'all hear me now?
Yep.
Yay!
Okay, awesome. My mic wasn't plugged in. I had no idea, so I'm here now.
No worries. So, for Rose Cartoonia, what inspired me to make it? I always kind of had a bunch of, like, crossover ideas as kids, like, mainly just that one where it's basically like, oh, Thompson, these other trains, they all get together and do stuff. So that was something that always kind of stuck to my mind as a kid. The earliest alliteration of Cartoonia I can think of from when I was a kid was, like, I was trying to build, like, a backyard theme park at one point, because, like, that was kind of, like, I've gone through, like, several phases, and one of my phases was, like, trying to build, like, my own backyard theme park.
Not even your own backyard theme park. You tried to make a crane, you tried to make, like, actual vehicles, and none of them turned out well. You showed me this one video of someone who made a backyard roller coaster out of 50 euros. Yeah, we were, with the size of our backyard, we weren't gonna do that.
Yeah,
As I can say, a long time.
Yeah, like, the basic concept that ended up coming in was, like, the main thing that would have been around it was, like, a backyard theme park, and I wanted to do, like, a backyard railway, and I wanted to do, like, replicas of, like, Thomas, Tillie, and all that, and, like, I wanted to do, like, a little series where it's, like, them running this railway, but, that never went through. But then, during high school, I was developing this one show called, like, Entertainment Annihilator, which didn't turn out all that well, only ran for one episode. And then, kind of, like, I remember being like, man, seeing a lot of these Pooh's Adventures videos and being like, man, these things are, like, awful.
I'm going to try.
And, like, sorry? Someone say something? Or...
Oh, for a second there, everything went quiet, and I think it may have been on my end. Keep talking.
But then from that, I just kind of went like, you know what? Instead of just being like, wow, these crossovers are awful, man, I thought, you know what? Why don't I do, like, a crossover thing, like, the way I saw it? Like, I want to do something that's, like, a little personal, like, how I feel these sort of things should be done, and kind of, like, experiment a little bit, because I've been a bit of an animation fanatic, so what started out as, like, basically childhood fantasies, like, trying to, like, you know, build a backyard theme park and, like, do a series around that, turned into what we saw tonight in its unfinished form as a 25-minute long mini-movie pilot episode.
Animated by 1.5 people. I did, like, a 0.1% of that entire animation.
Ruffle, you're okay, man. Don't worry. Like, I'm just looking in the chat.
Ruffle, you're cool.
Yeah.
I've known you for a total of, like, 3 minutes, but I can already tell you're going places, man. Keep your chin up.
But,
Love you.
yeah, next up. How long have you been working on Tillie to the Rescue? 2 entire long high school ridden years. No, 3 actually. 3 years.
Yeah.
So, like, pretty much grade 10 to about grade 12, I was working on this whole crazy thing. Like, I literally started the actual script back when I was, like, taking a vacation in Croatia, like, in July 2015. So it's just kind of like, whew, it's been a while, and it took a while.
Very good trip to Croatia, by the way.
Mm-hmm. the script was finished like between July 2015 and September 2015. Then we started the main production on the animation around, I think, June 2016, and that's when I kind of wanted to aim for releasing it around August, September. That kind of fell through, and then a bunch of other stuff ended up happening, so the whole special ended up becoming released. Pretty much, it's going to be Monday. We're going to release the completed version. Like, all polished up, nothing major to worry about. All good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be great. Although I'm not gonna say anything. I was about to say something.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's see what we got next.
Yes.
And we're accepting any questions, by the way. Just keep it age appropriate. No spamming the chat or anything. Oh, here we go. I think we answered this yesterday, but we could try to get... Oh, actually, before this one, because like we kind of answered the one over here yesterday. What was the inspiration to create Tillie to the Rescue? Actually, this wasn't the very first episode I originally conceived to be the pilot. There was actually 2 other major ideas I kind of had in mind. The very first episode I conceived for Cartoonia was called Night Run, and that was going to be about, like, Diesel 10 and Cerberus. They're mucking about during the night, and, like, the other half of the episode would have been about what's now going to be the episode following Tillie to the Rescue, which is probably going to be out sometime in November, because I want to have time to start up college and stuff.
Don't quote him on that, by the way, because Lord knows he's great with deadlines. But
Yeah, and if he has to wait for me to do 2D animation for it, he has to wait longer. Especially since we're looking at my... Okay, for those of you who don't know, the laptop that I've had for the past 5 years is now officially... Trying to think of a word I could use in a G-rated stream.
Oh.
Kaput.
Dead.
Yeah, kaput, yeah.
Dead and buried.
It's dead, and we're going to look into getting a new one for me later this week. And it's then that I will officially make the switch from Windows Movie Maker to Adobe Premiere Elements. To be honest, the main reason...
I'm just adding in Michelle's gear into this, so...
Yeah, sorry, Michelle, I kind of stole your gear.
It's
No,
okay,
that's okay.
know.
Y'all didn't know I'd be in here anyway, so that's no
Hey,
problem.
look on the right side, at least we have matching gears.
Yep, there you go.
I mean, to be honest, the only reason I stuck with Windows Movie Maker for this long was because it was free. That's it. That's about it. I've been talking too long. Someone else say words now.
I've been using, in terms of video makers, movie makers and all that, I've been using VideoPad Video Editor lately. It's there's free download trial. I've been able to do it just by doing a re-download each time, and it is pretty good. It is pretty good.
Is that legal?
Long
Good.
silence.
Oh, Milan, I do have one question.
Oh, yeah.
Just looking at that.
I gotta answer. I gotta answer this one, then go like
Hey, you covered my face.
Sorry.
You covered my face
Oh!
on the live stream.
Oh, whoops! I'll fix it. I'm sorry. There we go. Everyone, the gang's all here. But yeah, like yeah, back to like the pilot creation stuff. But like, I'm trying to think. Like the other episode we had in mind for a pilot was like it was called The Christmas Calamity. I can't remember much from like the concept was gonna be, but it was gonna be like this Christmas episode about like it wasn't like a Christmas episode, more like a special, but it's gonna be like a bunch of different plots. Like Thomas is like Tillie, Ariel, and all of them are like getting in trouble. So that's kind of where it started off, and then that kind of fell through. And then eventually I figured, you know what? Like, why don't I make the first episode just like a straightforward little engine that could story, just kind of like something easy and simple to check. And start off with.
Little engine that could story.
And Michelle's just taking a break for a bit to have dinner, so check dinner.
All right.
So yeah, that's pretty much the most Tillie to the Rescue kind of like the inspiration came from. Let's check another question.
Here's one from STTF2's audio dramas, comics, and the dubs and more. Will there be any episodes that will be based off of cartoon episodes you like, or will the episodes be based on your on you or other people's ideas?
Very likely the latter, because like kind of the thing that kind of bugged me with a lot of fan series back in like 2007 from 2012, you'll say. I mean, let's say it's just kind of like a lot. I like a lot of them a bit for nostalgia, but like a lot of them did kind of rely on reusing a lot of like plot lines and like stuff from other TV shows. Like we'll reuse a joke from Family Guy, and we'll reuse a joke or storyline from SpongeBob, and like it just kind of like doesn't usually work too well unless you have decent humor to make up for that. It's not gonna like work at all.
Yeah, timing is everything in humor, and
Hey, Milan,
Yeah.
do you think I have decent humor?
Yeah, dude, you saved like the whole Crotinian conversation short I wrote after like the pilot, like the whole improv ending where it's like, okay, whatever you do, Puffle, don't crash. I said don't crash, don't.
Yeah, yeah, thanks. It's just, I'm currently working on the script for episode 2 of my upcoming series. Can I say the title here? One sec. I'm typing it in the chat.
Yeah, you can continue though, like talking about it.
Oh yeah, I'm working on the script for episode 2, which oddly enough has Tillie in it. But the problem is a lot of the jokes and gags and pretty much the entire plot line for episode 1 is just taken from everything. I mean, for crying out loud, the plot line for episode 1 is just taken from Futurama. And I mostly just did it. I mostly just did that as an excuse to do a wink wink gag for some reason. I don't know. The point is, it'll be a while until my actual Thomas series gets off the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Can I say the title?
I don't know. We might have some kids in here.
I'd say keep it.
All right, never mind.
Yeah.
But once again, I've talked too much. Someone else say words now.
Yeah, like Michelle just came back, so I'll let her know what the question was. Like, basically, someone asked if like there'll be any episodes that are based off of cartoon ideas I like, or if the episodes are based on me and other people's ideas.
Oh, okay. Is that a question for me?
Just kind of like all of us, I guess, for Cartoonia in a way.
Oh, are any of the episodes based on cartoons?
Mm-hmm. Or ideas that people like.
I just sat down, so I'm trying to get up to speed.
No worries.
I don't know how to answer that because I haven't written any of the episodes, so.
Well, maybe I can answer that because I've got a few ideas for some episodes, for Crotoonia. I do have one that is somewhat inspired by the book Toodle. I've got one that's inspired off of that. I'm gonna flesh out the idea soon. I don't want to give too much away, but just let you know that it's gonna be about Toodle. And I just recently came up with this is another Meet the Crotoonian in short. Which would possibly feature Toodle, Katie Caboose, and possibly the red caboose from the Little Engine That Could from 2011. And also an idea for possibly for a special movie, however you would put it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we should spoil it this right now though, but
I think the closest we would ever do to something like that would be one of those flashback episodes that they do to save the animators time and money. Is that technically a spoiler considering that this is the first time I've mentioned the idea to Milan?
Maybe.
All right, then I apologize.
What about Rails to Fail says a ghost story, like a Halloween sort of special?
Oh yeah, that does remind me though. I'm not gonna spoil much for like the episodes after like the first half of season 1 because like it's gonna be probably a little bit away. But second half of season 2, we are gonna be doing a half-hour Halloween special. I can't spoil much, but there's gonna be spooks and some monsters and introducing a location that we're only gonna be teasing within the first half of season 1.
You know something, Milan? I actually had ideas for a Halloween episode. Maybe I could take a look at the script sometime.
Maybe. But
Yeah.
that does remind me though. There is gonna be like a Halloween short that I meant to get out last year that I'm gonna do this year. Basically, it's like a short involving James, Skipper Stew, and Olwen. Like, Michelle actually got the lines recorded for that one. I think I still have it lying around. So
Yeah, I did.
so
Yeah.
maybe. Oh, sorry.
Oh, and I just said yeah. I was agreeing, affirming.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably go redo those get that into production sometime. Maybe while I'm working on other stuff. So
Yeah.
What's next?
Looking through here.
And the questions coming from Audio Dramas is from Sam the Thomas Fan 2, just so you know.
Hey, Sam.
All right.
Uh,
Hello.
Let's see what's next on questions. One person asked, "Are there any snowy mountain regions in Crotunia?" Sadly, not at the moment. We got a lot of mountain ranges, but nothing in the snowy range yet.
It is a very mountainous place, but snowy, we're not quite sure.
Let's see what else we got. And guys, there's no limits to the questions you got as long as they're family friendly and that we can answer them. And please don't use the stream for the chat for just asking, "Can I voice a character?" or something like that.
Believe me, I've tried.
Staff,
It doesn't work.
staff, you're okay. You're a family member.
Yeah.
It's also kind of unprofessional.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
Here's something.
If you're
Here's
gonna,
something.
If you're gonna come to Milan with any requests, you should probably do it in a more formal manner so we can take you seriously.
Mm-hmm.
And don't
Yeah.
put your audition on Microsoft Sam.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Milan, have you told people about that audition you got?
Oh my God! I can't believe I haven't told this story.
That was so funny. That's the funniest story I think I've heard in a long time.
I talked about it on DeviantArt. God forbid that site, but I'm gonna talk about it here. So there's this one really obnoxious as heck guy named Andrew Smith. If you don't know him, consider yourself lucky. But basically, he's someone who would always bug people in tasks and can I use your clips for my MS Paint Windows Movie Maker videos? And everyone goes no, and then he goes completely nuts sometimes. You totally told Tony Pilot me to do this, and I'm just you smoking something? Do you need help?
Keep it G.
Okay. But
Hey, did you
I gotta finish the story because this is where things get really weird. But are you guys ready for this part?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, when I started the casting call thing, basically what he did, and I can't make this up. First, I check my email. Oh, someone auditioned for a role. Who is this guy? I click on the audition. It is literally the Bonzi Buddy voice recording lines it was ready to roll. And if that wasn't bad enough, I delete that, tell him, hey, you know what, maybe you shouldn't use that, because I picked up it was Andrew right away. And I wake up the next morning, the next day, I check my email, 19 auditions from the same user, and they're all Microsoft Sam.
Oh my!
That's so funny.
Just go easy on him. He's a kid.
Oh, he's not a kid. He's in he's in his 20s. That's the big difference.
He's older than us combined.
I think that's kind of the big difference with a lot of people, because I see people harp on Train Boy 54, which is understandable in terms of the content, but he seems like a legitimately nice guy. He doesn't seem to be wanting any harm or anything.
He's doing it to be happy. At the end of the
Yeah.
day, if you're not harassing someone when you're doing it and what you're doing is not necessarily harmful, man, go for it. I can attest to this.
Yeah.
Milan can definitely attest to this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, Train Boy 54 is oblivious to all the hate he gets, and I kind of envy that in a way.
Yeah.
But that's the one part of him that I envy.
Well,
Yeah,
I found this Microsoft Sam story funny just because somebody had the gumption to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not making fun of them by laughing. I just think it's just such a daring move to send somebody a Microsoft Sam voice doing the lines, you know, because anybody of any age would know that's not how you audition for a voice part.
It's kind of insulting too.
Yeah, it kind of feels like a troll sort of move. So I thought the person was trolling him, and I thought it was just kind of funny. That's probably horrible, but I think it's funny. I don't know.
It's actually like still a funny story to talk about because like number one, like it shows just kind of like how like I don't know if I should say it, but it's like it kind of shows how kind of pathetic some of the people who aren't willing to try and do their own thing are. Like they don't even attempt to do their own thing. They just kind of go, I can mooch off of others and totally be lazy. That's the way to go through life. And I'm like, no, you gotta put work into life. And like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
But like, it's kind of funny because like it shows a hysterical level of ineptitude. Like it's just kind of like one of those things where it's like, it could only happen on the internet.
Yeah.
The internet's a scary place. I'm still scared of it to this day.
But anyways,
he doesn't let me use his computer.
Moving right along.
Yeah, let's see what we got next.
Here's one that's directed at Michelle. It's from NASCAR 221. I'm not sure if this is something we could answer. Let's see here. Michelle, have you watched Bob the Builder?
Oh, I answered this one in the chat, but yeah, I have. I watch it for, every other day because my 3-year-old loves it. So, he mostly likes the new version, but we've watched some of the old version too with the stop motion capture, and so yeah, he loves Bob the Builder. I do too. I think it's a great show for everybody. So, yes.
Yeah. Bob the Builder is a great show, and we're glad to have the characters from Bob the Builder in Crotoonia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Like
I think I auditioned for 2 of them, didn't I?
I think so. But like, it's funny to mention that too, because like, yeah, again, this is gonna be like an Afterparty thing, so it's like hinting what's to come. Expect quite a few construction episodes within the first half of season 1 and a mid-season premiere special, so I can't spoil what else is going to be in it.
I actually do the voice of Dizzy. I don't know if that's listed yet, but I've definitely done her for something already. So
yeah, you've done her.
So she's gonna
episode 3 I think it was Thomas the Building Engine. That's gonna be that. I mean that's part of the main 3 we're doing after Tillie the Rescue. Like to wrap up like the True Blue Steam Team quartet. Like Casey Jr.'s mail run is episode 2. Thomas the Building Engine is episode 3. And episode 4 is Tracy the Harbor Engine. So keep an eye out, probably November if we're lucky. But,
yeah, that's right. I auditioned for Muck! Let's get mucky!
Yeah.
Here's one from Dueling Express. It says, if you were to either be one of the engines / chuggers in Crotoonia or drive any of those engines / chuggers, who would that be?
That's a good question.
Probably a reliable engine if you were to...
So, would you say Edward then?
Yeah, I would my money's on Edward. As you can see, I was gonna say Gordon because he's, the Express, he has to be careful, but after, watching that, I don't want to be selfish, but I kind of want to save my neck in that situation.
I was gonna say Gordon too because he's my favorite character, but I think about like actually driving him and like all the nonsense I'd have to put up with, like not wanting to go up a hill and stuff. So I'm kind of like, maybe not. I might end up hating him by the end of it. So
he seems too stuck up, is what we're trying.
I love him, but it's one of those things.
I think Christopher's back here.
Woo!
Yup. It took uninstalling and reinstalling Skype, but the call's finally not bugging out on me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for helping me with that, Joel. I really do appreciate it, man.
You're very welcome, my young man.
Yeah.
So, what question are we
we're
on right now?
If you could drive any engine, if you could drive any Crotonian engine, who would you be? I got dibs on Casey Jr.
I was about ready to say that.
Oh, I'm just trying to think.
Well, I'd probably drive Thomas because there are so many crashes that could happen.
But you'd be on him.
Intensify with me as the driver, and oh, I did not think that through. Well, medical bills through the roof.
Yeah, you'd be on him.
We're here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah. Yeah. Who would I drive? Oh my God. There's like 20 questions.
Honestly, I would stick with Tillie. First of all, she seems like a nice train. Never thought I'd say that in my life. And she sticks in one area. It wouldn't necessarily be a hard job, to be honest.
For me, I don't know. With any of the Chuggington characters, my nose would probably be demolished at the end of the day. Like, just
Clackety clack!
I just like, even like Olwen, I'm just be like, okay, Olwen, we're gonna go load up with coal. I can't carry coal, and then just like she backs up away from the hopper and like, my nose.
Oh, I'm sorry, dear.
You'd have to bring, like,
Your poor nose.
every time you...
If we're ready to move on to the next question, I found one that might be a bit hard.
Okay.
Who do you think is the worst character in your series, in your opinion?
Oh my gosh.
That's a tough one. I don't know if I should mention one that isn't in the series now. I don't know if it's a good idea to talk about it though.
They're nice. Well, like worse by what standard? Like annoying or like it's hard to say because I mean some people consider characters to be bad for different reasons. So.
I'm just trying to think like. I don't know if I should tell this story though, like, cause. Oh my God, should I? Or.
I don't know, dude. It's up to you.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say this: if you're like worst in terms of like just basics, like no character and all that. I'm not gonna say the person, but we had someone on the crew for a bit, and what this person would keep pushing was this one character who was like an additional member of the Chuggineers. She was always like she was like the generic cute kid who was like, I'm really shy and I have a high pitched voice, and like it was like, yeah, the voice is cute at first, but it's like,
oh my God, I think I know what you're talking about.
But like
let's not name names.
Yes,
we're not gonna name names.
But like basically, but like after the person got brought out, like the character had only been used, the character. She had only been used in one special, which was the next one after Tillie to the Rescue, Passenger Problem. So I took her out of the script, and I'm not even kidding, nothing about the script changed at all. She was like, you know the generic newbie, like the Thomas DVD movies usually have to have, like, they have like 2 they develop, and then like the rest are just kind of like, buy the toys. With the exception of John Soder, because they had personality. That was basically this character, so like, I don't know. She was like, it was just one of those characters that like ended up being really useless. So
Hello, I'm generic side character number 72. I have no personality, but I exist just to be a Mary Sue and to make Milan's life a living hell.
Yep. Buy all our playsets and toys.
Oh my God! But yeah. So
sorry about the H word, everybody. I know we have to keep a G here, even though it's dark at night.
Oh, Chris is gone again.
I think, in all honesty, like all the characters in the Cartoonian series are great. I mean, just in terms of what they bring to the story and to different scenes and stuff. I can't think of any character that's like, because that's how I gauge like a bad character is like one that doesn't add anything. But I think every character in this series, adds something.
As tiny as all the characters like might seem, if you took one, it's like Jenga. If you take one out, you have to be very careful, or the whole thing could come crumbling down.
Right.
At least that's my analogy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That.
Maybe I shouldn't have chosen that question. My bad.
It's okay. It's all right.
It's good that we talked this out, and,
Oh.
Yeah.
Here's an interesting one. This comes from Jonathan. I'm hoping I get his name right. Ejima. I hope I got his name right. like he voices Harold in the series. He asks, if you lived somewhere on Crotunia, where would it be and why?
Probably Selgreb, to be honest.
But which part of Selgreb?
The one that doesn't have trains by it 24/7.
Too bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think about how cool it would be to like live on Sodor and places like that, but it's like there's constant trains going by, so it's like you're like it's trying to sleep, and then you hear and you're waking up. And so yeah, I used to live in an area near a train track, and it was like that all the time. So I'm like, maybe it wouldn't be so great.
Train tracks. We live near a train station.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like it's a good few miles, like it's about a mile or so, but like yeah, we're not too far from the nearest train station. But for me, this is like I guess it's the creator's question now. I guess I'd be that one schmuck who's like maybe like backpacking it through Crotunia, just kind of like seeing each and every different place, because like each place brings something different to them. Like Selgreb is kind of like this big bustling city with like a dockyard and the main station and all that. Then you have like countryside stations like Colville and like Rhodoslopia, and then you got the industrial ends. Like we're introducing a few cool locations later on, like the Bluesburg Steelworks and a few more dockyards.
Sorry.
Asiyama.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'd probably backpack it. And what about you guys?
Nerd! Nah, I'm just kidding. Honestly, I don't know where I would live on Crotunia.
I think the short answer we're gonna have to go with is anywhere with Wi-Fi and a roof over your head.
Yes! Yes, exactly!
There it is. Yep. That's the answer.
Boom.
Alright, let's, should we move on to the
one.
next question, or?
Here's one from Flatten Funnel. This is directed at you, Milan. What program is used to animate TROC?
Hi, yes, the question I get on every video.
Answer it right now.
Miku Miku Dance. That's all you gotta know. That's literally the program I used to animate it on.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, what's next? Let's see.
Milan, with how much you get into that question, it should pretty much become a subtitle of the channel. The MilanToon channel. Otherwise, the song that might play when our videos is animated with Miku Miku Dance or something like that, because we get asked this question too much. I am before you still get asked what you animate with when you do that.
Yeah, it's like I put it right in the credits, and it's like I animated Miku Miku Dance. I don't need to be told twice.
Next time.
Guys, it is very simple. Milan creates Railways of Crotunia with Miku Miku Dance and Adobe Premiere, formerly Sony Vegas.
And heck, if they keep asking this question, it might have to become a part of your channel intro or something.
Yeah, next time we have it in the credits, we should have 12 solid seconds of it is made with Miku Miku Dance. With Vocaloid music in the background and sirens blaring at.
Also,
but like
we are number one, but every one is replaced with Milan animates with Miku Miku Dance.
That wouldn't be a bad one. Yeah.
We are number Milan animates with Miku Miku Dance.
Okay. All right. Oh, we got a question about the special. Alright, so Arcade Production says, I love the special. What was the most difficult scene to animate? Ooh, boy, that's actually a good one.
Well, for me, it was Sir Alan Featherington, because it was the first bit of actual work I had to do. Also, it didn't help that I only had 4 hours to do it.
Sorry.
It's not your fault.
Your work was
It's
not
my
vain.
laptop fault for dying on me. I had to do all the work on one of the computers at the college course I'm currently taking in digital art. I managed to get the whole thing done during my actual project for the class, and I sent it from there.
Yeah, I remember you told me about that. Like,
That is. I hope that also answers the question everyone had in their mind, but was too polite to ask. The question being, why does Sir Alan look different in every single shot?
Yeah, like, we had a tight deadline, but, I'm trying to think of, like, the most difficult scene I had to animate. One of the hardest was maybe like the crash scene, which is honestly one of my favorite shots we had to do for the special, because like I wanted to make sure like it wasn't just like a simple like, oh, it's just like little, ooh, just a tiny little crash like in the CG series. I wanted this to be like a huge, bombastic, crazy, intense crash scene and like a chase scene with it alongside it. So I guess it was like that was like a big shot I had to work on, and like one of my favorites to show off. But like I don't know. I guess maybe the whole chase scene, just like to sync everything up, figure out how things were going. So that's the most I can think of. Just like the chase leading up to like the crash.
Not to mention, apparently it was too bombastic for Sony Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah, like sorry.
This is something I wanted to point out that somebody I saw in the chat during the live stream, during the chase sequence. Excuse me. Just as when big old Rusty's about ready to come through, is like, hey, I had the right of way, and Gordon is stopped, and Salty zooms right past. But then in the next scene, Gordon is far ahead. I think there's something wrong there.
Oh no, he wasn't like far ahead. Like
The Salty like zooms right past Gordon after Gordon has stopped, and then in the next scene, Gordon is ahead with Farnsworth and Salty still in the back.
Yeah, like at first like Salty has the lead again, but like then like after the whole debacle happens, like Gordon and Farnsworth like they start catching up again, like they're getting up to speed, and then like of course Salty's not quite as fast as he initially was, so like they just kind of like shoo. Just trying to just taking a look. Oh, we got another question about the animation. What was the easiest scene to animate in the special? Literally anything without lip sync or like human animation, I guess that's the best way to put it. Just like
the scene that I didn't animate at all.
Like maybe just like the opening. I think that might have been like the easiest to work on.
I think for him the easiest part to animate was Sir Alan Featherington, because he didn't have to animate him.
Same thing with a solid second of eye animation for Callie.
Honestly, if we had more time, I would just draw random GIFs of the Mr. Men characters for Milan to just scatter around the specials. That was actually the plan. I was going to do that, but I ran out of time, and my laptop...
Oh my god. Guys. Have you guys heard of Arcade Productions?
Yes.
Like, you know Big Blue and Proud? End of the line? Like, those, You're the Number One? Like those Thomas songs?
Oh, those? Yeah?
He just offered, like, to collaborate on, like, a song sometime. Like, in the...
Okay.
By the way,
that is...
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Anyway, I got an interesting piece of trivia for you guys in relation to Arcade Productions. He wanted me to sing Big Blue and Proud.
Oh.
Why didn't you? Or did you? I don't know.
I was about ready to, but then he released his take on it, and I just got caught up in doing so many other things, and I feel guilty that I wasn't able to do it. But after hearing him, I personally think he did it better justice than what I probably would have done.
Well, maybe y'all should like do a re-release with you singing it, and then, you know, like a collab sort of video.
And I also helped write End of the Line.
Oh.
I wrote the bridge of the song. I helped write and develop it.
Very cool.
Oh, next.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep, let me see what other questions we got here.
Ruffle the Rock Ruff. You're only 12. You can sing. Don't stop. That's what we're trying to say. Milan has had this in production since he was 13. Look how far he's come. So, a little inspirational Stephanie, Dalmatia, whatever you want to call me. Don't give up your dreams, because someday you'll be in front of 150 people, and they're gonna love what you do.
Yep.
So,
I mean, it's like even like Entertainment, they decided to go throw a claim on like a DVD trailer that they're probably already getting ad revenue from because they cared that much.
Also, Ruffle the Rock Ruff, you're 12. You have a YouTube account. We're just gonna let that slide.
Yeah.
Are we ready to go for another question here?
Yep, I'm gonna
Let's
go with
do it.
I'm gonna go with
Here's
a bit
one.
more unusual. Oh, sorry.
Here's one I'm seeing right here. It's from Dueling Express. It says, "What song, in your opinion, that would be perfect for a future Crotunian music video?"
I'm trying to think. There's a few.
Fire
Have-
and Flames.
Oh,
Have we done How the Moon Must
Hey,
Feel?
I've got one. I've got one.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
Don't play it though. We can't have any more copyright
Yes?
troubles on the stream. Like that's the only thing.
Yeah, the song I have in the song I have in mind that I think would be perfect for a Crotunian music video. It'd be hard because this one we'd have to record a full cover of it. It's the song Crystal Fortress. It was written by They Might Be Giants for the Homestar Runner website. I just think that would be nice to do. I just think it'd be funny. It's like, please come down from your crystal fortress, strong bad. No, I'm not coming down from no place. Please come down from your Please come down from your crystal fortress, strong bad. Please come down from your crystal fortress. Shut up. I'm glad that bit of laughter has distracted from the fact that Chris is gone again.
Yeah, I know.
Hopefully he's doing okay.
Anyway,
sorry.
I have an idea.
Yeah, like
I have an idea of what will be good for a music video. This one is one of my favorites from a recent Disney movie. Try Everything.
Ooh.
I'll see.
They actually make a really good. Like you
That
could
would
do
make
it
a
over.
good music.
You could do a
Yes.
little homage, like.
That fit in the theme of the show too, provided we don't get copyright claim.
You
Because
could,
like,
you could have
That's
like
not a bad idea.
Yeah.
But
Like, you
Milan,
could have,
please,
yep.
please, please, don't make a music video of Let It Go.
No, we're not doing that anytime soon. And
Now you said it. Triggered!
at Flattened Funnel, I'm sorry, I gotta put you in timeout. We can't have spam questions. I know you're asking the question, but you can't spam them because we got others waiting
We're
too.
gonna answer it as soon as we can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for me, for like music videos, there's a few I kind of have an idea for. The next one I might be working on is from a certain new movie that came out. Maybe.
Lana?
No, it came out a couple of weeks ago.
Shh.
But yeah,
Baby Driver.
Steph.
Oh,
But for, yeah, like, I kind of want to do, like, now that arcade kind of offered to, I also want to branch out to, like, original songs, because those don't get me constant copyright claims. Like, that's literally the worst I've had to deal with, like, on YouTube. Just, like, literally every time I've had to stream these last couple of months, they've always been claimed because I used, like, 10 seconds of, like, a piece of music, and I'm like, why? It's like, ooh.
alright. We should probably answer this before Flattened Funnel or anyone gets mad. But from Sir Fowler and Flattened Funnel, two-part, how did you come up with the name of the series and what does it mean? I think I should answer this because I have created the name and what it means. Crotunia it's a sort of hybrid of the country Croatia, where Milan and I are from.
Well, no, we're not from it. Our family's from it.
That's our ethnic background and cartoon. It kind of I've seen in the chat they call it Cartoonia, and to be fair, that isn't a bad name. It's just our original intent was. My original intent was to, cross something personal that it's like a metaphor for the show. It's something we love, cartoons, and something personal to us, our background.
Well, to be fair, Crotoonia is a much better name than Cartoonia. And now I'm going to... I'm making...
10-year-old Stephanie thanks you.
Arcade Productions asked a question earlier about animation. Working with a sort of 3D party animation software, what scene proved to be the most glitchy, if that makes sense? Any scene where, like, I gotta have aerial riding, like, salty, or, like, I have to move, like, certain characters, because, like, her hair just, like, glitches out when it goes, like, really fast, and it's, like, it's so weird. You saw it in, like, the one scene.
Yeah, she lost her bangs
Yeah.
for a good
Yeah.
for a good 5 seconds.
Mm-hmm. And like the physics on MMD can be really weird, so just like I don't know, just like anytime you got to use like physics like hair or like addresses where they're like automatically calculated, it's like, oh boy. We have a question from Sword RP, or like a comment. He said, "Hi, I saw the video. I'm a little out of time due to circumstances of time, but it was very wonderful. I'm looking forward to new work." Thanks, man, and thanks for creating such amazing models. Like, dude, you're amazing. Like, this dude's making like a sunshine. I'm gonna link it in the chat for you guys to see, because like this dude is actually like incredible. He does like any of the really cool Thomas models you see in these videos. That's him. He's the guy behind those. Like, I'm just gonna put it in the stream chat. This is
I love
sunshine
that
model
guy.
that should be out soon.
Sunshine. Mario?
Mario Sunshine!
We can't have Nintendo copyright claiming our train escapade.
Ooh, here's a really interesting question Sam asked. What are all your thoughts on a future Railways of Crotunia feature-length movie? Could it be possible or not? I'm gonna let you guys take care of this first. I mean, I don't have anything.
I mean, I'm up for it. I'd record for it, but that's all I do.
I'm up for writing one. I mentioned that as you already, Milan. I do have an idea for a possible maybe feature length, maybe a movie. I don't know. Just depends on how it's written out.
Alright, you next, Sophie?
Well, were you finished? Were you finished, Joel?
Yeah, I was.
All right. Well, I personally pitched an idea for a movie once. Looking back, it was too silly an idea to produce. Should I tell you what it was?
I'm not sure.
Tell us.
Because
or don't. I don't know.
You know what? It's unlikely it's ever going to happen. So basically, it will be intended as the final, where the country is in ruins because of Trogdor.
Oh, no.
Oh.
No.
She shut that down. She was like,
Thomas,
no.
And Tillie and Strongbad and maybe a few of the Mr. Men and some other characters, they have to take their revenge by vanquishing the Burninator once and for all. Just by describing it, I think you can see why we're not going with that.
We could do like an April Fool's video or something.
Maybe.
Well, I think for a feature length special, like a film cinematic sort of thing, the stakes need to be high anyway.
Yeah.
So like something big needs to happen. So I mean, I don't think he's totally off base with that about something threatening Crotunia or something like that.
Yeah, but the closest we'll ever see to my idea is if we ever do a Trogdor music video, which could be. But we're not making promises.
Alright, so everyone done on that one? Because I'm about to drop a little something.
I think we're done.
So I don't know if I'll ever get around to doing it, and I'm not sure if it's the best concept for a feature, because I think the big thing with the half-hour specials, I want to try and push them to be a little more cinematic than just a regular 11-minute episode. Like the mid-season finale we're gonna be doing, me and Ruben actually finished writing this a few weeks ago. It was called "Where's Emma?" That's gonna be kind of like a bigger, more cinematic half-hour special. But I will drop this. I can't make any promises, but I do have an outline, not complete, but being worked on, for a 70 to 80 minute long Railways of Crotunia movie. I'll drop a little bit of. I'm not gonna drop too many details because I'm not sure if it's gonna happen, but I will say these. It's entitled "Building New Horizons." It's gonna be about the construction team. We're going to be introducing a few new original characters. The stakes are going to be a tiny bit higher, but there's going to be some specials that'll challenge it a little bit. And it's going to be, I guess the best way to describe it is, if you've watched the Bob the Builder special, Race to the Finish, you might get an idea of what the basic feel of the special might be. Oh my god, Arcade Productions just left this.
That's what I was laughing at, yeah.
Yeah, the Crotunia movie will be about the universe being threatened by copyright engines, and Thomas and Tillie set off on a quest to reset YouTube. Oh no!
Okay,
he spoiled
I
my
saw a
pitch for the Emoji
question.
Movie sequel.
Oh, no.
I saw a question that kind of interested me, and granted, I'm not like super informed about the lore of Crotunia, but Dueling Express asked if it was possible to make a special where Tillie gets sent to Sodor to cover for one of the Sodrian engines. Woo, Sodrian engines. Does Sodor exist in this universe?
Yep.
Okay.
Like I'm gonna get this out of the way, like, because I'm like with Crotunia, I only use like a little bit of lore because I don't like that. Like, it's a good thing to have lore in it, but like sometimes it goes a little too over dominant. Like it kind of becomes like the defining thing when like you're just trying to do like a fun series. Like for something that's bigger and more cinematic, it works. But for like something that's intended for like a general audience and like just supposed to be this fun like series, it's just like, well, the Crotunia universe is actually like various other universes like put in. I'm just like, no, you're taking out what's magical about it. It's just supposed to be simple and fun.
Not
but
to mention the series is a lot more. It's episode by episode. There isn't like an overarching. There isn't much of an overarching plot.
Mm-hmm.
It's Thomas the Tank Engine, Chuggington, Bob the Builder. It's meant to be.
Mm-hmm.
We don't
mixed
need
in with some home.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Yeah,
I think I said I think I assumed that it was just like an outer sort of universe where all these characters just sort of existed together and like Sodor wasn't part of it and all that. Like it was just, you know, just sort of like this big crossover thing where there wasn't any outside. So I think that's what I assumed was just that, but I wasn't sure if Sodor existed in this universe or not. So I was
I can confirm it right away. You might have heard in the opening of Tillie the Rescue. Basically, the engines are on a loan by loan basis. Like in Puffle's Produce, one of the major plot points is Thomas actually has to leave the branch line to go back to Sodor, and he basically and then Puffle kind of takes over for him for like the week. So basically, the engines are just kind of like they come and go every now and then. Like there's a ferry service from Crotunia, which goes straight to Britain, so it's a lot easier for them to go back and forth between like let's say Sodor City Harbor and like Brendam Docks. So.
Right.
I once pitched an easier way for them to go back and forth.
What was that?
Am I allowed to say it, Milan?
Go right ahead.
The Magic Railroad. I just thought it would make sense in this universe.
Oh,
now that I think about that, I think somebody mentioned that in the live chat, in the last live stream. I think I remember seeing somebody mention that. Like, it's possible for like the Thomas characters to come from via the Magic Railroad.
I don't know.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Maybe we'll see. Like, because I kind of will admit I kind of kept Diesel 10 and Lady a bit grounded. Like Lady is basically like a mixed traffic engine who like is based at the coal mines, while Diesel 10 is like owned by a scrap company for another 2D animated character I'm not going to reveal quite yet. Like he basically works for Cerberus, but I guess that'd be an interesting thing to work on. But I just want to mention really quick from Sodor P. He said in the chat, he's going to announce a new model on Twitter. So I'm like, ooh, that's interesting. But shoot, what's the next question we got?
I've got one here. It's also from STTF2's audio dramas, comic dubs, and more. Aside from the characters that are featured in the series, will there be any more cartoon character cameos featured in the Railways of Crotunia?
Well, should I fill this one in?
Like if there's gonna be any cartoon characters cameoing?
We should probably link that up with another question I was just asked. If go back to this, that might feature references to comic, video games, online animations. Let's just say, if there is any, we don't have any. Like, the only one that I can think of, probably not gonna happen. So I'm just gonna mention. Really early on in the channel, like, Knuckles appeared as a character. I've pitched ways for Milan to get him back into the series, but he has not, shown much interest.
Yeah, like the only Sonic character I can think of who I still have on right now is Robotnik, and that's mostly because especially the Adventures of Sonic version, he's just such a fun character to work with. Like basically,
I'm a complicated guy.
Like I'm gonna spoil it a little bit for future episodes, but basically the villain team up for the series is gonna be it's gonna be such a crazy idea, but I'm doing this it's about King Bowser Koopa, Dr. Ivo Robotnik, and Ursula all running a shipping company together, and it's and it's such a crazy concept. I was like, you know what? I want to try something absolutely bonkers with this. Just I want to do it can tie in a little bit of the series, and I think they're all just fun characters to work with. I kind of base Bowser and or King Koopa, if you want to say, and Robotnik off Adventures of Sonic and the older Sonic cartoons mostly, because they're all just really fun characters to write with. Because you have Ursula, who's just basically the mix between a car salesman and a Shakespearean actress, very pompous and a little bit on the crazy edge, and then you have
also,
Bowser, who's incredibly egotistical a lot of the time, just
he's a good dad. Also, I call dibs on playing Bowser.
Okay. And then, but the most fun of all is just Dr. Robotnik from Adventures of Sonic, because he's basically this mad despot who's constantly I am the finest of them all. No one can beat me, not even that hedgehog. And he constantly just makes a complete buffoon out of himself, and that's just
get a load of this.
I don't know. They're just fun characters to work with. But in regards
do you
to
think
other
it would also...
characters,
I hate babies, but more importantly, I hate that hedgehog.
Okay, before I do my answer for this question, wouldn't it also work if you used the Sonic Boom Eggman?
I don't know. I haven't watched much of the Sonic Boom, and I just kind of prefer the design of the Robotnik from the cartoons a bit more, because just kind of I don't know, it kind of fits in a bit more with the style of the show.
Alright, I'm just asking because I think Sonic Boom is the best cartoon adaptation of the Sonic franchise. Now, over the years, I've pitched several ideas to Milan about what cartoons to put in Cartoonia. I forget if it was me or Trainboy7 that convinced him to put in the Mr. Men, and to this day, I'm still baffled that Homestar Runner characters are in there. Because, it's going to be pretty hard to write the characters to be G-rated. I mean, they were PG, but still. And then... Well, actually, there's a lot. I once pitched an idea involving the Wiggles, and to this day, I still can't believe I pitched that idea. But all I can say is that he promised me Harvey Beaks is canon in universe. That doesn't mean we'll use it, though. Although I have thought of a couple of small ideas. But my point is, I will shut up now.
It's okay. But what do you guys want? I guess I might as well get this out of the way. What would be characters you guys want to see in Cartoonia? Just out of the...
Harvey Beaks! Shutting up
we're
now.
Not gonna, stay within,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say at the same time, stay within reason, but... go nuts. We have Strong Bad and Thomas in the same universe.
Yeah, but at the same time, we're not gonna go oh, Steven Universe and Twilight Sparkle. And
Here's one.
Hey,
I got one.
Oh yeah.
What about the Looney Tunes characters, Doc?
Wait, repeat? Sorry, I had the volume down.
Looney Tunes characters.
Oh,
what about
maybe.
Looney Tunes characters,
Maybe.
Doc?
I'll actually consider that. I'd like to maybe do an everyman thing with how we're doing Strong Bad and Homestar, where their job is never the same in an episode.
I just thought of something. I thought of another way to incorporate the Looney Tunes.
Oh?
In this world, they're celebrities. Their cartoons are known across the country.
That'd be a good idea, actually.
Oh, I
Interesting.
The cartoons is an acting job. They enter...
Yeah, kind of like a Roger Rabbit thing, maybe.
They're animated.
Yeah.
They exist as actors.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
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 What about you, Michelle?
Sorry, what?
Would there be any characters you'd want to put into Cartoonia?
Oh, okay. Sorry, I needed the question repeated. Any cartoon characters? That's a good question. There's so many good ones as it is. I'm trying to think if there. Oh, well, I was thinking like we already have some Disney characters, but I'm like a big fan of like Disney princesses. So I was like, do we have Belle or Jasmine or like Pocahontas?
I saw Belle in the That's What Friends Are For video. I saw
really?
Yeah, like
okay.
Yeah, I just
So
want
they're.
sorry. You continue though.
Oh, so they're around.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I have like a model for Jasmine around, but I haven't figured out what to use it yet. Belle, I do have kind of like an idea for what I want to do with her. Like I'm probably gonna explore this more in the Railside Tales videos. That are gonna be between the like 11-minute like the 30-minute 11 episode broadcast. Like the like 2 11-minute episodes and like a half-hour block. Like basically she's a volunteer driver who often works with Chugs, and she's a little bit of a bookworm, but she's also kind of like inheriting her father's inventing skills a little bit. Like not like crazy like nuts or bonkers, but just kind of like I don't know. It's kind of like hard to describe. Like it's something I'd like to explore a little bit more. But yeah, I wouldn't mind to other Disney characters because we might have one or two characters guest starring every now and then. And
actually, I just thought of something else I want to somehow incorporate into Crotunia someday.
Fire away.
I'm not gonna say who, but here's a clue. He's the sovereign lord of the nation. He's the hippest cat in creation. He's the alpha, the omega, A to Z. And this perfect word will spin around his every little whim. Because this perfect word begins
and ends with me.
What's his name?
Yes.
Ah, you threw off my groove.
Find a way to work Emperor's New Groove in this somehow.
And what about Yzma?
Oh, you know what? Maybe at some point I'll incorporate like Yzma and like Kronk at some point. I would maybe do it like something like I'm trying to what kind of like business role would they suit maybe?
Maybe.
Train robbers?
Yzma is a mad scientist. Kronk could
it's
work
just dumb lackey.
Sort of yards work.
Yeah,
train robbers.
Yeah, maybe it could be like Yzma's just kind of like I'm trying to think. Like Kronk could be like a worker at like the freight yard or something. Like they're both undercover, but like secretly they experiment with like munitions, I guess maybe, and like chemicals and all that.
I would like to hear.
Totally oblivious.
I would like to hear who can do like a Patrick Warburton voice for Kronk. I wonder if anyone can. Everybody's warming up.
This prize got spoiled. Oh, whoops. Oh, no. I was gonna...
you're all blind. Whoops. Blind.
Yeah, I was gonna share something quickly, if it's okay.
You didn't see anything.
I didn't see anything either.
Would you mind if I share this in the stream for a sec?
'Twas but an illusion.
Okay.
So I just want to share this really quick. Mercy Resolution just did this really nice piece of fan art. And I just want to share because like, oh my god, it's like so great. Oh my god, like I'm gonna pull it up. I'll probably post in the stream chat too.
Oh, cute!
Like, oh look at this. It's so great.
Aww.
It's such a great piece. It's like
look at that motion blur in the background. By the way.
I know. It's like oh my god.
Hang on. I can't see it yet. Let me get to the stream. I'm going into the stream.
I only saw.
It's loading.
To Mercy Resolution for doing this. She also did some promo art for me a while back for like the special, like for if we do DVD releases. I'll probably do like a week-long limited run or something. But like, she did such a good job on this end. It looks great.
That is awesome. This person is a better artist than me.
But he's still good, man. Don't worry.
That's so cute. I love that.
That's good.
Thank you so much.
I wasn't saying I suck. I'm saying the girl who drew this is amazing.
Definitely,
So
I
cute.
agree.
And thank you for the fan art. That's really that's so flattering to see our characters represented like that.
I would make fan art, but I need to get used to my new drawing stuff too. I'm not very well versed in trains, but gosh darn it if I won't give it a good honest try.
Yeah. Would it be okay if I shared some of the art you did for like the DVD, like really quick? Like
yeah.
you guys are like you guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be lovely.
So here's Thomas.
All right.
Over my face, I dare you.
I'm sorry. It's gonna cover everyone soon with how much stuff we're putting on. Next up is Casey Jr.
Shrink bag.
Hold on, I'm trying to see this here. It's
I don't see
lagging
anything.
my end.
It should be
Me
coming
neither.
up very soon.
For me, the live stream is a couple of seconds behind, so I can't even see. Oh, now I see Thomas.
Yep. Next up
I
we
can't
got
see
Tillie.
anything.
Just give it a
I
second.
can't see anything.
Probably gonna be buffering.
Oh, darn.
Oh, now I see Thomas. I see Thomas now.
Yes, and I
still
see Casey Jr.
Oh, there's
too.
Thomas. There's
I don't
Thomas.
see
That's
Casey yet.
good.
Pretty
good.
There's
couple more coming up.
Casey. That's so
Mhm.
cute.
Oh,
Really
that
clean
looks.
art.
Oh, nice. That's nice, Casey.
Yeah. Silly.
Alright, there's 2 more
Everyone's
engines and
favorite.
1 person.
Aww, there she is.
Everybody loves Tillie. Seriously, who
Everybody
doesn't love
Oh.
Tillie.
Oh.
Oh, that's cute.
Tillie? Tracy!
Farnsworth, man.
Ah. I mean, seriously, who doesn't love Tillie? No, seriously, who doesn't love Tillie?
She's
Bring
literally
them-
the purest cinnamon roll.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cinnabon.
Yeah.
And there's Tracy.
Yep, and one
Yes,
more
she's the-
picture to pull up. And this is the last one I ended up commissioning her for. I wrote-
Montana.
It's
I gotta
Montana.
see this.
Yes.
Yeah,
My
whoa!
you.
So cute.
Nice.
Montana.
And is this is all Mercy, right? This
Yeah,
is all
Mercy Resolution did all of these. These are gonna be for the DVD menu. Like, you remember those old,
Arnsworth.
like, remember the Steamies versus Diesels DVD? Like, how they had, like, the promos and they animated them?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the kind of aesthetic I was kind of going for with these. Like, for when I asked her to do them. And she did,
Yeah.
like, such a great job. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, I think I even pitched an idea for how the DVD menu would be set up, didn't I?
Y'all, I have
Is Ariel?
to smile. Thank you.
Yeah, it was like,
Leslie.
welcome to the Tillie to the Rescue DVD. If you don't know how to work a DVD, what are you, in 2001? Anyways, it gets better. It gets better. Next to me are some buttons. There's the play button, the selection button, and the bonus button. But don't click on them until I'm done talking. What, were you raised in a click on stuff while cool people are talking barn?
Oh my god. You know what, maybe, you know, if we got the time, maybe I'll do it. I just saw Mercy's comment as, like, we were showing these. She was like, y'all, I haven't stopped smiling. Oh my god. I feel
Aw.
so, like, this has just been, like, a night of positivity. Like, literally after the stream ended, like, Steph can confirm this, I was, like, bouncing off the walls because we got, like, 156 people, like, watching the stream. We got, like,
Yes.
2,000 views, like, within 2 hours for the whole channel, and, like,
That's
even with-
amazing.
yeah, and even with the claim happening, which is, to be fair, is understandable, because, you know, like, even if it's just a DVD trailer, I kind of maybe should have looked into that, because, like,
Yeah.
like Applejacks is okay, but Spills and Thrills DVD, oh no. Oh.
Yeah, fun
no.
fact about the commercials. When Milan told me he was going to put commercials in this, I pitched 3 different kinds of commercials. There was an advertisement for Wiggles videos, which, in all honesty, probably wouldn't work because it only came out in Australia and at the start of Wiggles videos in Australia. Then there was the Cheat Commandos commercial, but that wasn't really a commercial. That was a parody commercial from the Homestar Runner website. And then there was the Wonka commercials. That's the only one I'm surprised to not see in there. Because, come on, who doesn't love those old Wonka commercials?
You know what? Next time I do a marathon, I'm trying to decide what I'll do next. Maybe I'll do, like, a 5-episode season premiere or something. Like, there's this one SpongeBob event called, like, the Super Spongy Square Games, where, like, they premiered, like, 4 episodes of once. I've thought about those a couple of times. Oh, Michelle had to head out. Thanks for coming, by the way.
Later, Michelle.
You did awesome in the special. You're amazing. But, like,
I do have a question here. On Mercy, does she have a DeviantArt account?
oh, yes. Yeah, she has a DeviantArt, a Tumblr, and a Twitter. You know what? I'm gonna link them all in the chat for everyone to see, because, like, honestly, you gotta commission her. She's, like, so nice. She's so friendly, and, like, she's such a really nice person to work with. She's, like, she's amazing.
Note to self, follow her on Tumblr. Actually, I'm going to do that right now,
Yeah, I got...
as soon as I see it
Everyone
in the
just
chat.
take like like a good minute to just go follow Mercy.
Have you posted the link to her Tumblr, Milan?
Yep. It's the Twitter link in there.
I see the Twitter, and I think it's a Tumblr, but does she have a DeviantArt?
Ah, here it is.
Oh, Ian's here. Hey, Ian. Like, he's one of the mods on, like he's one of the mods I work with, like, on Anna Pansu's channel, who actually stopped by, like, the start of the last stream, which surprised me. Like, she's this big fan of her. Yeah, what was I gonna say? What was the question?
I am following Mercy Solution right now. By the way, if you're watching this, Mercy, your drawings astound me. They really do.
Yes, I agree. They are beautiful. I love them.
Yeah, and I envy you right now. I envy you. Those are probably even better than what I can do. So I'm just stuck with the old paper and pencils.
Yeah, right, we should probably get back to questions. And everything's good, Ian. And sorry for the grammar. Let's see what questions we might have missed.
We got
there's one I saw
from Ruffle. Is Thomas do you think Thomas is too overrated? I would personally say Thomas isn't overrated. Sure, the fan base can be odd in some junctions and very good in some other ones.
Oh, I see what you did there with junctions.
Ha ha! Dang it, now you've got me making train jokes, and I just came down here because I did a second of animation. It was basically at the...
Yeah, trying to think of what.
Personally, I think it's not overrated. It deserves all of its love and affection.
Yeah, because, that does kind of, like, bring up, like, my kind of point. What I think what I really appreciate about, like, Thomas compared to, like, other preschool shows, like Dora, or, like, trying to think about, it's, like, Paw Patrol, which is, like, the big competitor right now, I guess, that's the one, like, I guess that's taking over the shelves a bit. Even, like, during the, like, putting aside maybe the Miller era, which was kind of like, I call it the PBS appeasement era, where it's just like, okay, we bought Thomas, so we're gonna do nothing, but we're gonna do, like, nothing but, like, make it a toddler show for everyone. And, like, but, like, part of those episodes, what I appreciate about it is, like, they don't feel like they're condescending to, like, preschoolers. They don't feel like they're doing it just to appeal to them. They dumb it down a lot for everyone. They don't need to put any intelligence. They can just go, oh, we can just do this and the kids will bite. It's like, you need to actually put, like, effort even into, like, a preschool show. And Thomas, they go above and beyond. It's not just simply something for preschoolers. It's, like, something that a family could watch for most of the time, except for maybe seasons 9 to 12, seasons 9 to 16, which were bad. But, like, I wouldn't say Thomas is overrated. Even with, like, the whole big world, big adventures thing, I would much rather a show experiment in some areas, even if it's a big risk or seems like it's coming off for marketing, than just try and be like everybody else and, like, completely destroy itself in the process, which is what Chuggington ended up doing.
Oh,
well,
the actual question was, pardon me, sorry, about Thomas himself, the actual engine.
Oh, his star billing.
Yeah, he's a pretty overrated character. Like, I'm the most useful engine. I'm number one. Honestly, I'd say personally is a bit more of an interesting character because he's not perfect. He knows he's not perfect. He is a friend that is constantly crashing into everything.
No, that's more like Percy or Henry. Like, you didn't see Percy Steph, I'm surprised you didn't notice. Like, Percy had, like, 50 crashes in the early episodes. Like, he smushed a brake van and just, like, ended up on top of another freight car at one point. Like, he crashed the whole chocolate factory. They did, like, a VHS themed around that episode.
Oh, yeah.
Percy's chocolate
factory.
I saw that.
So many Oompa Loompas were killed in the making of that video.
Oompa Loompa Doompa-dee. Yeah, like, just
crash on a freight train. You will be
now. Yeah, I just want to bring up 2 questions from Arcade Productions really quick. How is Paw Patrol beating Thomas? It's mostly in terms of marketing. Like, there's a lot of toys that are kind of like taking up the shelves. Like like they're selling a bit better. They're getting higher ratings on Nick Jr. and like it's just kind of like becoming hard to like compete with something that's like so huge and like everyone's like, oh boy, we're gonna be like this is really successful. But The other
question said best. Percy's
yeah. For the other question he asked, do you storyboard at all, or is because of the quickness of your productions, do you not have time? I don't necessarily storyboard just yet. Like, I just sort of work off the script for the most part. But what I do
love to do work on storyboarding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What I tend to do though is I will take like the script and then like I'll edit together a voice track for the episode, like once all the recordings are done, or a temp track. Then I'll open up the program, and before I do any real animation, I do what they call blocking, like essentially where the character, or layout, actually I think that's the proper term for calling it, where characters are going, what's gonna happen, and like just kind of like just giving a general idea of how the scene's gonna play out. So I guess it's kind of my way of storyboarding for the most part.
I always do storyboards when I ever write something for the show.
Yeah, like for the Crotonian Conversations pilot, which was originally going to be like a cold opening for Christmas Vacation. He did a whole storyboard and temp track for that one, and I kind of read it off that for the most part.
I'd love to do like an
Yeah,
for the show.
yeah. I remember how it started. Okay, see you next week. Insert engine name here.
Yeah, so I was just like, I don't know why I chose Cardian. I guess kind of like he was a newer character, so I wanted to push him a little bit. But yeah, that's the storyboarding situation. Let's see.
Yeah.
I've got a question here from Flattened Funnel. It's at you, Milan. It's in relationship to Tillie to the Rescue.
Yep.
No, not exactly Tillie, but one of the Meet the Crotonians. It says here, why did you change the name of Little Engine from 2011, Little Engine That Could?
That was actually Soren's idea. Soren, by the way, is Tony Pilot. When he originally put into sorry. I didn't have much sleep this week working on the special, so that's kind of why I've been flipping up a lot.
I can attest to this. He's been sleeping in. He's been sleeping in since 12. I just want to watch.
Steph,
I want to watch my Let's Plays.
I was up till 4 a.m. working on these.
I'm aware.
Yeah. That was Soren's idea, like Tony Pilot. He basically came up with the concept for a lot of the names, like Tracy, Humphrey, Shelbert, Roderick, and Mary, and Minerva.
And Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick the Caboose.
Yeah, Patrick's the Caboose. Yeah.
Right.
Shard, I like your idea.
Yeah. Who's Thomas? But every Thomas is replaced with Milan animates with Miku Miku Dance. Like, dude, I'm gonna attempt it. Milan animates with Miku Miku Dance. Who's Milan animates with Miku Miku Dance? I've never heard of Milan animates with Miku Miku Dance. So why should I simple? Okay, we get the idea. But like,
we get it.
Suggestion: sirens and slight vocal music. If you are going to do it, Arcade Productions. Godspeed to you.
And Steph, he does like actual real songs. Like, dude, Steph, after the stream, I'm gonna show you some of his songs that are amazing, dude.
It's almost 12 o'clock. It's 12 o'clock past my bedtime.
I was up till 4 a.m.
I'm aware.
It's almost 10 o'clock my time period.
Yeah, that does bring up a good question. How much longer should we keep this going for? We're about at nearly the hour and a half point.
I see a few more questions here. A few more. Hello? There you are.
Let's see. We got one from Rails to Fails. Has Crotonia ever had engines that don't belong, like trains that just show up out of nowhere for no reason? Not really. Like, a lot of the background engines you usually see, like, they usually come from, like, other railways, like the Pinewood Island Railway, and, like, also Crotonia, just to give you an idea of the geography, Crotonia is pretty much along the coast of the U.S., like the East Coast, so it's just kind of, like, just sort of situated on there. So any engines you see that are American design that come from there, they come from, like, America, and any international designs that are kind of, like, pointless, they're usually coming in from, like, different railways to pick up stuff, so... Okay. So we're gonna do, just to check, guys, would you want to do the thing Lockie suggested? Oh, Chris is left. So, Joel, would you want to do the thing Lockie suggested?
5 more questions.
What did Lockie suggest?
We do 5 more questions and table read a script he came up with.
Sure.
Yeah.
I've got a couple here.
Oh, shoot.
One
Are
is
there any
from...
voices I need to provide?
Just Tillie.
Anyway, here's a few questions. I'm looking at 3 right now. One is from Brian Yoon. The other is from Rails to Fails, and one more is STTF2's Audio Dramas, Comics, Dubs, and more. I'm not sure which one I should do.
Just pick any one.
I'm gonna go with Brian Yoon. Is Shining Time Station confirmed?
I don't know. I'm not too certain. Like, I don't know. Maybe we'll sneak in 1 or 2 ideas here or there. Maybe we'll sneak in like a billboard or like sneak it onto a map. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, that's the most I can say about Shining Time Station. What else? I'm just gonna advertise the table read on Twitter really quick.
Gotta do a table read.
Yeah, anyone got any questions?
Give me a second.
Yes, I have a question. I have a question for all the Parmesan cheese lovers in the audience. What is wrong with you? Can't you smell that?
Oh boy, calm down.
I'm joking.
Connor
Yeah.
the weirdo. Oh dear.
Let's check. Yeah. Lucky, is there any characters that Michelle plays?
No. There's only one female character, and I don't think either Michelle or your sister plays her.
Nope. I
But-
don't voice anyone on the series.
Can you put it in the chat so she can look? Or, yeah.
Oh, well,
I could
tell you
probably
what,
fill
I
in-
can do. I'll send it to her.
I could
except
probably fill in
can't-
for a couple of voices here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can't send her the script because she hasn't accepted my contact request. But that's okay.
I'll send it to her if I can.
Okay.
Just gonna save
Alright.
it. But yeah, get the questions at the ready while I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Here's another one. This is Rails to Fails. Is it hard to animate Steam engines? If so, what's the hardest part of it?
Not really, actually. Like, for the most part, the worst I ever have to deal with animating is just, like, curves. Curves are a nightmare to do, because you gotta do it manually. It's not just, like, you can direct it to just go on curves. You have to do, like, you have to put 2 points on it, then it'll just go straight line, completely turning around, so you just gotta move it over a little bit each by each. I did a stream showing basically... Whoops, something fell down. Like, I did a stream basically showing off, like, how I do that kind of stuff, and it's like a nightmare. It's so time-consuming.
AKA, it's actual animation.
I know, but I do actual animation most of the time. Yeah, that's... Yeah, usually it's just kind of like making sure they work right, the wheel sync is okay, and just, you know, making them feel a bit more realistic at times, which is ironic considering some of the chase scenes. Okay, so Michelle replied, while we're waiting, like, we're getting things figured out. Any other questions at the moment?
Let's see here. I just saw something. This is from Jonathan. How do you pronounce his last name? It's we pronounced it earlier as like Ashima.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Asiyama. Okay. He wrote, "Funniest moment from the railways of Cartoonia."
Ooh, that's a tough one. There's a lot of really funny moments we fit in for a few episodes. I don't want to spoil the episodes we're currently writing right now, because, like...
I'm just gonna say right now, the one, Gordon Casey Jr., dream sequence, dream sequence and the little bit after it.
I will admit, that is probably my favorite video besides Tillie the Rescue we've done so far. That is, like...
I think the funniest bit, if not that, or any of the Cartoonian conversations that we have produced and or written so far, might have to be any physical humor that Milan does with Strong Bad, because I didn't see that coming. Him getting hit in the head with a shovel. That was funny.
So,
Yeah, like, I was just like, cause like I saw that moment, I was like you improv. It was like basically it was just supposed to be a good day, sir, just like passing through, and then he goes like it basically went from good day, sir. I said good day. Nothing warranted you for saying good day that second time. I don't care. So like I built off that bit a little bit, just going a little bit more than just like the line, just like following up with like both a really good introduction for like Montana and just like adding a bit of like humor to it. Just like Montana flies out of his shed and just like the force of like the wind, like of him just going by, just like whacks him in the head with like a shovel, and it's like he's just like cleaning an ash pile and then woo smacks in the head.
I'm gonna have to say one of the most entertaining physical humors is Ariel holding on to Salty with the one arm as she's going at top speed.
Well, that does remind me though. We're gonna do another question after this, like a couple from Arcade Productions. I can spoil the next Meet the Crotonians. The next one is gonna be about Ariel, Meg, and Piper, and it's gonna be about Meg and Ariel learning to drive Piper, this experimental, vegetable oil burning, complicated as heck electric steam hybrid engine. It goes about as well as you would expect. Yeah. Okay. So just to answer a couple of questions before we go to the the table read. Do we manually animate the piston rods and valve gears, or are they pre-animated? They're pre-animated. They're rigged to go in a certain style. A certain cycle, so we don't have to worry about like manually animating each bit. And I don't know. It's usually like preset. And do you remember the stream you did and you made Tillie dab? Yes, I did. Like I was just working on like bits for it, and by accident I think I just raised a piston a little too high, and so like Tillie ended up just like just like a piston dab.
I was there that day.
Let me see if I can bring it up, and like we're gonna have to. I think that's the last one we're gonna do for now because I want to do the table read before we head out.
In Arcade, what do you do if the haters dab back? Cry.
Just dab some more. That's what I say.
Dab at them.
Anyways, here's the cursed image. Like, it was during the scene, like, this is when I was animating, like, the scene at the junction with, like, the milk chase scene, and it's like, by accident I raised it too hard, and, like, people were like, make her dab, and I did. Okay. So just, like, while she's depressed.
I'm trying, I'm waiting to see this, It's, like, on my end, this is really lagging.
Get the meme street. Mercy says, dim a dab, hey! I'm gonna dib a dab on the haters. Just go
there it is.
Dub the dim-a-dome. Just dub dim a dab on the dim-a-dome. Not the dim-a-dome.
Correct me.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Milan, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you submit that to Jack's Films?
I don't think so. I don't remember anything like that.
Do it.
Cause one you did. It's too late now. His what if his
Tillie
dab
Express
video
just-
is already out.
Tillie Express just wrote piston cannons.
This is the first image.
Ooh,
Dabs
God.
for days.
Oh my god. But yeah. So I think that's all the questions we're gonna do now, since I think we covered a lot of them. And you know, we don't want to have too much of a full house. Great show, by the way. Oh, can we get an Ask the Crotonians? Maybe we'll do like a video like that in the future. Maybe during the Christmas break when it's kind of slow, we'll do something like that. But I think with that said, I'm just gonna tweet out about the live read.
All right. Now, before we do this, let's decide who's playing who. I'll reprise my role as Strong Bad, and I'll also be the announcer at the end. Unless you want to be the announcer, Milan.
Maybe. Just a sec.
Yeah, I think you could do a good.
Potential new short. So. Yeah. Let's.
Checking on Skype to make sure Michelle can voice.
Michelle had to leave. Remember?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
She wrote here. She wrote, "Oh, okay. None of these are mine usually, but if y'all need me to fall in for like Tillie or something, holla at me." That's what she wrote here.
Yeah, like.
Yes. I guess that depends if your sister is not okay with doing it, Milan.
I am perfectly comfortable with doing it. I've done voice work in my free time. I don't have any physical recordings of it, but if needed, I will.
Oh, Michelle's here.
Oh, Michelle.
She's here.
Yeah.
How
Oh,
do you
she's
feel
Michelle.
about it?
I'm here.
Oh,
Michelle.
Oh,
I'm back.
All right, Michelle.
You know, we'll have Steph be the announcer. I'll be James. Like. Okay.
I will.
I'm Strong Bad, and
I'm the announcer.
I'm going to be Mr. Bump, and Casey Jr.
And Milan, you can be Rolly.
Okay, and I'm okay being James too, or
Do you want
yeah, you can be James.
okay.
So,
Let's get this started.
All right.
Okay, so the episode is Crotunian Conversations, Runaway Hot Sauce. Alright. Tillie is asleep on a siding when she is awoken by a standard gauge slate car filled with bottles, and James is passing by with Strongbad standing on his footplate with a shunter's pole a la old iron. Curious, Tillie leaves the siding and catches up with James.
James, Strongbad, what's going on?
Buffalo lost one of his freight cars.
He really has to use a brake van sometime.
What's in the freight car?
Hot sauce. Blubbo's is bringing back the spicy crispy chicken melt.
The spicy what now?
It's something they had on their menu for a while, like 8 years ago, I think it was.
Puffle and Tracy were supposed to deliver them to Blubbo's restaurants across Crotunia, but one got away!
Oh dear, we have to stop that freight car before it hits the buffers at the end of Gradinia Bay Junction!
Trying to catch the darling with the crook of the shunter's pole.
Come on, James, speed up!
I can't go over the speed limit! I already have 2 warnings!
I know. I'll try to get ahead of you and switch over to your track. Then I'll try to match the speed of the freight car and...
Tillie is interrupted by the truck hitting the buffers at the end of the line. The truck gets smashed slightly and hot sauce gets everywhere. On some of the passengers, most of the staff, and all of the engines.
Whoa, boy!
Oh no, sticky!
Ah! It burns! It burns! It's delicious, I'll give it that. But it still burns!
My shiny red paint is ruined! Oh, it will take hours to clean this stuff off of me.
You're so overdramatic. Ah! I hit some in my eye! Oh, that just made it worse!
Gonna be honest, this was not my finest hour. Ooh, spicy.
And now for Stephanie. We cut to an advertisement for Blubbo's.
Introducing the spicy crispy chicken melt. Because you people still won't buy the crispy chicken melt. I mean, for God's sakes. 8 years!
Oh,
Do you understand?
That was
That's
good.
when
That's
Bravo
funny.
came out.
And scene!
And I think that's gonna be it for all the streaming today. Wow, we got like literally about maybe 3 or 4 hours of like streaming today. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
Yeah. So
I still haven't showered today.
Oh god. Oh man.
It's okay. I got nothing going on today anyway.
Oh wait, I have.
Yeah. But we'd like to thank everyone again for joining us for the streams. Thank you for joining us for Tillie to the Rescue. And like, we'll hopefully have the full completed cut ready by Monday, because I don't want to spend another night like up till 4 a.m. working on this. And thanks again for supporting us. If you want to go ahead, we got Twitter, Instagram, a Discord, etc. And we also have a Patreon available.
Thank everyone for coming out, making our
Thanks, guys.
The actual Tillie to the Rescue short is still being worked on not as we speak, but we still need to touch it up a little bit.
Yeah, like, yeah, thanks again, everybody, for coming. And thank you guys for so much for helping me with that special. You guys did amazing. You're such an incredible crew to work on. And, like, I got the best little sis ever.
Aww.
And we gotta bring this means we gotta bring Nick and Carlo onto the stream sometime.
They weren't here these years. I've been here ever since you first spoke.
Nick is 2 years older than me.
But
Yeah. anyways, we're gonna have to end it here, everyone. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you whenever we stream next.
And Ruffle the Rock Ruff.
And just-
Get some sleep.
and just
You're
my
12,
poo-
it's 12 o'clock at night. Take this from me.
I guess my pal Tigger would say, or TGFN, ta-ta for now.
And as Dr. Nick Riviera would say, bye everybody!
Bye, everyone. Thanks for coming.
See ya.
Bye.
Later.